everyone and welcome to Makeup Minis, and tonight I'm going to chat to you about foundations for your skin type. So finding the perfect foundation for your skin type, it can be quite difficult, and it's not obvious when you go out to choose a foundation. It doesn't necessarily always say on a bottle what it's for, what specific skin type. So there's quite a few things, key things that you need to look out for. But you know, if you're really unsure, that's what the sales assistant's there for on the makeup counter. You know, you just tell them what your skin type's like, and all these other factors that I'm going to tell you about now. So there's three kind of categories of foundation. So you can have a liquid foundation, you can have a cream foundation, and you can also have a powder foundation as well. And within that, there's kind of three formulas. You can get an oil or a water or a silicone based foundation. Oil based foundations tend to be a lot thicker and greasier than water based, and so they're perfect for really dry skin. Your water based and your silicone ones are probably the more common ones. But your water-based ones would have maybe a little bit of oil in it to help moisture and to hydrate the skin. And silicone is actually used in a lot of makeup products, and this is because silicone helps fill in fine lines and wrinkles in your face. It also helps your skin to breathe, so silicone allows makeup to be applied a lot easier to the face, so you can also get silicone-based foundations too. The next thing you need to consider is what kind of coverage you want. Do you want light, do you want medium, or do you want full coverage? I would say your tinted moisturisers, your mousse, you'll get mousse foundations. BBs and CC creams are all kind of your lighter foundations. Liquid foundations tend to be, hi Shani, liquid foundations tend to be medium to full coverage. Cream or cream to powder tend to be full coverage, and then the last thing you need to then think about is what kind of finish you want on your foundation. Do you want your finish to be velvet? Do you want it to be dewy? Do you want it to be matte? Do you want it to be satin? So there's so many out there. Hi Laura. So these are all things that you need to consider when you're looking for a foundation. Hey, hi Shani, hi Laura. Thank you. So liquid foundations suit quite a lot of skin types, but if you do have kind of really dry skin, and you've got kind of fine lines and wrinkles, then you can choose either an oil based or a water based foundation. So, and then again, then you need to then decide, do I want it to have like a dewy finish, or do we want it to have a matte finish? Some foundations are liquid foundations, but then they dry with a powder effect as well. So I've got a couple of brands ranging from, you know, you're going into Boots or Superdrug. So L'Oreal True Match. This is really good for dry skin. It's got loads of moisturising properties in it. It's got an SPF in it, which is really important too if you don't have it in your moisturiser. They have loads of different shades to match your skin tone. I think they have about 33, could be more than that now. But it is kind of really ideal for dry skin because it hydrates, and it's kind of got nicer silky luminous feel to it, and I would say that's a medium coverage foundation. I think that costs about $9.99 in Boots or Superdrug. I love a liquid matte, yes. For me personally, I kind of like a little bit of a shine. Your next one you can maybe think of for liquid foundations is Urban Decay do Naked Skin. That's kind of a natural luminous finish. It's demi matte. Again, it's got hydrating and nourishing properties in it, and that is a medium to full coverage foundation, and that comes in about 24 shades. It's paraben and cruelty free, which I'm all for, and actually is a water based but has some silicone in it, so you will find some foundations have a bit of both, and that's about $28.50. And then Arbonne do a liquid foundation, because Arbonne is botanically based. It'll protect, it'll moisturise, and it'll give you kind of that illusion of firmer skin as well. That's a medium to full coverage, water based, and it's £37. So if you have oily skin, just completely avoid oil-based foundations. So pick up a water-based foundation or an oil-free foundation. You will see that on some packaging. Coverage again is generally medium to full, and I would say if you have got oily skin, you maybe want semi-matte or a matte finish. And then also on top of that, use a translucent powder just to kind of absorb any extra oil coming through, and it'll just also prolong your foundation. We tip, use a sponge or a makeup brush, foundation brush, because if you use your fingers, you're going to transfer oil from your hands to your face. If you have acne prone skin, you would need maybe a medium to full coverage. Lancome do one called Ultra Wear. It's long wear and you can build that coverage up, but you might need to apply concealer on top of your foundation for that. But Urban Decay do one called All Nighter, which is full coverage, which is, you know, perfect if you're trying to conceal some pimples, blemishes. That's about $29.50. But your drugstore ones, like Superdrug, have their own cosmetics line. They've got a matte foundation, medium coverage, and I think that's about $9.99. And then L'Oreal have Infallible Total Cover, and I think that's about $10.99. If you're lucky enough to have normal skin, I don't know if there'll be many people out there, but you never know, you might be one of those lucky people. It's probably entirely up to you what texture you want, what finish you want, whether it's matte or luminous, and you know, can go for BBs or CC creams. You're pretty lucky if you've got that. You've got a whole range to go out and look at. If your skin's kind of normal to combination, then a water-based liquid foundation would probably be better. Again, because it's lighter, you want the foundation to kind of absorb any excess oil, but also hydrate at the same time, and certain is. Bobbi Brown do a foundation stick. I can't remember the actual name, but Boots do also their number 7 range. It's called Airbrush Away foundation, or essentially natural foundation. It says it's all skin types, so do you know, a lot of foundations you're just going to have to go out and test them and see what actually is what you feel is that actually looks good on your skin and feels good. Other ones you might prefer loose or pressed powder. Skin types, they're most suited to oily skin because again it gives you a matte finish. Mineral powders, again oily or sensitive skin, mainly because they've got like medicinal properties in them within the mineral foundation. Bare Minerals is a good one. That's a matte finish, and it's about £27. Arbonne have got one called Got You Covered mineral powder, and that's about £34. Cream foundations, so they're most suitable for either normal or dry skin. Don't use it for oily skin, just because they'll be a lot more thicker and creamier, and they'll probably have properties to moisturise and hydrate, and also it will probably be quite a full coverage foundation. If you've got sensitive skin, look for things that are hypoallergenic, non-commodic, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this, non-commodic, fragrance-free, basically anything that hasn't got lots of chemicals in it. So there will be foundations that say, you know, what they've got at the back. Look at the ingredients part, basically. So that's a bit about foundations and skin types. I hope that's been worthwhile. If you want to know how to apply, get some application tips on foundations, then I'm doing a makeup masterclass, so you can come along to one of them, and I've got 4 dates available. One's on the Friday the 11th of May, 6 till 8 at Personal Design Studio Mid Calder, and then also on the Saturday 2 till 4 at Personal Design Studio. And then I've got one at Sunday 2 till 4 at TLC in Edinburgh, and then Thursday the 24th of May, 6:30 till 8:30, again at TLC Edinburgh. So if you fancy coming along to a makeup class and learning a bit more on how to apply these foundations, you know, come along to that class. I think I've posted it out on my page anyway. So I think that's me for tonight. If you've got any questions, you know, just put it in the comments box. Hope you found it useful, but just try and go armed when you go to the makeup counter and just say, this is my skin type, this is the finish I want, this is the coverage I want, and then they'll be able to find a suitable foundation for you. Just don't get sort of coerced into a product that they think is I don't know, it's the new one that's come out or something. You really have to find one that suits your skin. Okay, so thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week. I'll be on next Monday with Kate McGeary. I'll let you know a bit more about that this week. Okay, bye now. Bye.